Here we are told the point A has coordinates 2, 3. The point B has coordinates 6, 1. Find the midpoint of AB. So to find the midpoint, we go in the middle of the x coordinates and the middle of the y coordinates. So we can say that's 2 plus 6 over 2 and 3 plus 1 over 2, which is 4, 2. So the midpoint is at 4, 2. Find the gradient of AB. The gradient is the change in y over the change in x. So for every one it goes across, how much it goes up or down, or the change in y over the change in x. So y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And we can label our coordinates x1, y1 and x2, y2. So let's substitute them in. y2 minus y1 is 1 minus 3. x2 minus x1 is 6 minus 2. So we've got negative 2 on the top, 4 on the bottom. So negative 2 over 4, or if we half top and bottom, that's minus a half. So the gradient of AB is minus a half. Part C says find the equation of the perpendicular bisector of AB. So it's perpendicular. That means it crosses at a 90-degree angle. And to find a perpendicular gradient, we can do the negative reciprocal, flip and minus. So the gradient of AB was minus a half. The gradient of the perpendicular line is going to be 2. The perpendicular gradients multiply to make negative 1. And a bisector means it goes through the midpoint. So we're finding the equation of a line with a gradient of 2 that goes through 4, 2. And the equation of a line is in the form y equals mx plus c. So the gradient is 2, m is 2, so y equals 2x plus c. And we can use our coordinates, the midpoint of AB, x and y, to find the y-intercept, to find c. So we've got 2 equals 2 4s plus c. So 2 equals 8 plus c. And if we take 8 away from both sides, we get c is negative 6. So the equation of the perpendicular bisector is y equals 2x minus 6. Here's one for you to try. So give this one a go. So again, we've got 2 points, A and B. The first question, the first part, is to find the midpoint. So the midpoint is going to be halfway between the x coordinates and halfway between the y coordinates. So halfway between 2 and negative 4. And halfway between 9 and negative 3. So halfway between 2 and negative 4 is going to be negative 1. Halfway between 9 and negative 3 is going to be 3. So the midpoint is negative 1, 3. Find the gradient of AB. So the gradient is the change in y over the change in x. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So we're going to use our coordinates x1, y1, x2, y2, and find the gradient. So y2 minus y1 is negative 3 minus 9, and x2 minus x1 is 2 take away negative 4. So negative 3 minus 9 is negative 12. Positive 2 take away negative 4 is 6. So we've got negative 12 over 6, which is the same as negative 2. So the gradient is negative 2. Find the equation of a perpendicular bisector. So the perpendicular gradient is going to be the negative reciprocal of -2. It's going to be the number that multiplies by -2 to get -1. It's going to be 1/2. So a half times -2 is -1, or we could say it's the negative reciprocal, flip a minus. And it's going through the midpoint, so it's going through -1, 3. So the equation of a line is in the form y equals mx plus c. We know m is a half, so y equals half x plus c. And we can substitute in our x and y to find c. So x is -1, y is 3. So we have 3 equals half times -1 plus c. So 3 equals minus a half plus c. So add half to both sides. So we can say c is 3.5 or 7/2, either one. So our equation is y equals half x plus 7/2. Now we're looking at the equation of a circle. So in the example, we've got a circle has the equation x squared plus y squared equals 25. We need to know that the equation of a circle, which has its center at the origin, so center at 0, 0, is in the form x squared plus y squared equals the radius squared. So a circle that has its center at the origin, 0, 0, is in the form x squared plus y squared equals the radius squared. So we've got x squared plus y squared equals 25. Write down the center of the circle. The center is at the origin, 0, 0. Write down the length of the radius. So r squared is 25. R squared is 25. So the radius must be the square root of 25, which is 5. And question 2, a circle has the equation x squared plus y squared equals 7. Write down the exact length of the radius. So again, it's a circle with the center at 0, 0, and the radius is going to be the square root of 7. X squared plus y squared equals the radius squared. Okay, one for you to try, so give these a go. So question 1, a circle has the equation x squared plus y squared equals 36. The center is at the origin, 0, 0. And the radius, so r squared is 36. So the radius must be the square root of 36, which is 6. And question 2, we've got x squared plus y squared equals 5. So it's x squared plus y squared equals the radius squared. So r squared is 5. So r is the square root of 5. This question says the point A with coordinates 2, -3 lies on the circumference of a circle with equation x squared plus y squared equals 13. We need to find the equation of the tangent to the circle A. So let's draw a sketch to see what's going on here. So we have a circle with center 0, 0 and radius of root 13. So we've got a circle, and we're told the tangent, or a point, lies on the circumference with the coordinates 2, -3. So let's say that's here somewhere. So this is 2, -3. And we need to find the equation of the tangent to the circle A. So a tangent is a line that just touches the circle. It doesn't go through it, it just touches the circle. And we need to find that equation. How can we do it? Well, we can use the fact that a tangent meets a radius at a 90-degree angle. That's a circle theorem. The tangent meets the radius at a 90-degree angle. So we can say the tangent and the radius are perpendicular lines. So if we find the gradient of the radius, we can use that to find the gradient of the tangent. So for the radius, we can say the gradient is going to be the change in y over the change in x, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, and we know it goes through 0, 0, the center of the circle is at the origin, and it goes through 2, negative 3. So we can call these x1, y1, x2, y2. Let's substitute them in. So y2, negative 3, take away 0, over x2, which is 2, take away 0. So we've got the gradient of the radius is negative 3 over 2. So the gradient of the tangent is the perpendicular gradient to the negative reciprocal. So for the tangent, the gradient is going to be the negative reciprocal, so flip a minus, which is 2/3. And we can also say that these two gradients, because they're perpendicular, multiply to make negative 1. So we've got the gradient of the tangent. We know coordinates it goes through 2, negative 3. So we can find the equation. So the equation is in the form y equals mx plus c. We know the gradient m is 2/3. So y equals 2/3 x plus c. And we can substitute in 2 and negative 3 to find the y-intercept, to find c. So y is negative 3, x is 2. So we've got negative 3 equals 2 lots of 2/3, so 4/3 plus c. So we can either take 4/3 away from both sides now, or we could multiply through by 3 to get rid of the fraction. It doesn't matter which we pick. I'm going to multiply each term by 3. So negative 9 equals 4 plus 3c. Take 4 away from both sides. Negative 13 equals 3c. And divide both sides by 3. So c is negative 13/3. So the equation of the tangent is y equals 2/3 x minus 13/3. And one of these for you to try. So give this one a go. So again, I'll do a sketch. So we've got a circle, center 0, 0, and well, this has got a radius of 5 this time. The point we've called that's negative 4, 3 lies on the circumference of the circle. So negative 4, 3. Find the equation of the tangent at this point. So we're finding the equation of the tangent, and we're going to use the fact that the tangent and the radius meet at a 90-degree angle. The tangent and the radius are perpendicular lines. So we can find the gradient of the radius. The radius is gradient. It's going to be the change in y over the change in x. And it goes through negative 4, 3, and 0, 0. So we'll have x1, y1, x2, y2. So it is 3 take away 0 over negative 4 take away 0. So it's negative 3/4. The Gradient of the radius is -3/4, which means the gradient of the tangent is a negative reciprocal of -3/4, which is 4/3. So the gradient of the tangent is 4/3. So it's y equals 4/3 x plus c, and it goes through the coordinates -4, 3. So we can substitute them in to find c. So x and y, so it's 3 equals 4/3 times -4 plus c. So 3 equals -16/3 plus c. And again, I'm going to multiply through by 3. So 9 equals -16 plus 3c. Plus 16 to both sides. So 25 equals 3c. And divide by 3. c is 25/3. So the equation is y equals 4/3 x plus 25/3. Here's a different question. So it says solve the simultaneous equations x squared plus y squared equals 10 and y equals -3x plus 10. So we've got simultaneous equations. We need to solve them by substitution because we've got squares in them. We've got this circle equation here. So let's substitute. Let's change y in the top one into -3x plus 10. So that gives us x squared plus -3x plus 10 squared equals 10. So we're going to expand these brackets. So it's x squared plus -3x plus 10 times -3x plus 10. Squared means multiplied by itself. So expand the brackets. -3x times -3x is positive 9x squared. -3x times 10 is -30x. 10 times -3x is -30x as well. And 10 tens make 100. So collecting like terms, x squared plus 9x squared is 10x squared. -30x take away 30x is -60x. And we've got plus 100 equals 10. We want to make it equal to 0 because it's a quadratic. So take 10 away from both sides. 10x squared minus 60x plus 90 equals 0. We can make this simpler by dividing through by 10. So x squared minus 6x plus 9 equals 0. So x squared minus 6x plus 9 equals 0. We can factorize this, so x in both brackets. What multiplies to make positive 9 and adds to make a -6? It's -3 times -3. So x is 3. If x is 3, there's only one answer. What's y? -3 threes plus 10. -9 plus 10 is 1. So the solution to these simultaneous equations is 3. X is 3 and y is 1. Part B says, explain why y equals -3x plus 10 is a tangent to the circle. So we solved the simultaneous equations and there was only one solution. So on a graph, if there's one solution, we've got a circle and a straight line. So a straight line and a circle. And there was only one solution. So it couldn't have gone through the circle. Otherwise there would have been two solutions. So it must have just touched the circle. And that's why it's a tangent. So there is only one solution. So the straight line touched the circle. It didn't pass through. And one more for you to try. So last question, solve the simultaneous equations, and it's going to be a tangent again. So explain why. So again, we're solving by substitution. So we're going to change y into minus 2x, negative 2x plus 5. So again, it's a circle and a straight line. We're solving by substitution. So we've got rid of y by substituting in negative 2x plus 5 for it. So we've got negative 2x plus 5 times negative 2x plus 5. So we're going to expand the brackets, which is going to be 4x squared minus 10x plus 25 equals 5. And collecting like terms, we've got 5x squared minus 20x plus 25 equals 5. We'll make it equal to 0 by taking 5 away from both sides. And then we can simplify it by dividing through by 5. So now we're going to solve it by factorizing. What multiplies to make positive 4 and adds to a negative 4? Negative 2 and negative 2. So x is 2. And y is negative 2 times 2 plus 5. So negative 4 plus 5. So 1. So again, there's only one solution. So y equals negative 2x plus 5 is a tangent at the point 2, 1.